Oh man, welcome to another episode of Remedy Live.
Oh, what's up,
Chris?
I'm
how's
alive.
it feel?
I survived.
You are alive.
I survived. I was in quarantine for about a week and a half to I don't know. It was way too long.
And not because you were sick, right?
No,
just being very
no.
clear.
Hold on. I was sick of being at home.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was.
So you needed quarantine from quarantine.
Yes,
Okay.
and I have been taking full advantage of that.
What all did you do for 2 weeks?
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was rough. What did I do? I would try to slowly move to different rooms throughout the day because I was still working. I was still working my normal job just from home. And so one day I sat outside in my front yard with a blanket and my laptop, and because I was like, I'm sick and tired of being in the house. And I contemplated because I thought I looked like a crazy person sitting on my front lawn in the middle of the day. But I did it, and it was a lot. I also worked on my backyard.
Yeah.
I mowed my lawn for the first time.
For the first time?
For the very first time, yeah.
Wow.
Because usually Riker comes and mows it, but I couldn't have him over to mow it, so I mowed the lawn for the first time. It was a big step.
Well, how does it feel being back? Does the chair feel like home?
It feels warm. I feel like Chase did a really good job.
It's still warm from Chase?
It is. It is.
I have a lot of questions then because that was a week ago.
It was, yeah.
Hey, I see you have a coffee mug today.
I do have a coffee mug today.
What is it?
This is my Evangel mug. I am not 100% sure at what occasion I got the mug. I'm pretty confident it was the Christmas party, the staff Christmas party.
No, it would have been the leaders. All the leaders of Evangel,
they
all got mugs.
It was it was that one.
Yeah.
I don't fully remember. I think I have 2 Evangel mugs. I don't know.
Man.
But it's nice. Yeah. That's actually my first time using it because I'm not a coffee person. So
we use ours all the time at church. They are great mugs.
It's working great. So
I hear so many compliments about those.
It holds this hot chocolate very well. And
it has a nice wide opening.
It is. It has a handle on it and writing on the side.
Yeah. It's good. Today I got my Disneyland mug. So I talked the other week about these Starbucks mugs. I love these, especially the Disney Parks ones. And so this is my one from Disneyland. Don't know how well you can see it, but they're great. Use these all the time. But the Disney World ones, for whatever reason, we still have in boxes, like up in our cabinets. But the Disneyland ones, we actually use those. Don't know why. I think it's because we don't.
You go the other way around.
Yeah, we don't have much room in our mug cabinet right now.
Yeah.
So
you don't have too many cabinets.
No, we don't.
It's like you're kind of in the same grouping as me.
Gonna fix that. Yeah. But eventually I'm gonna build a shelf down in the movie room or bookshelves or something, and then put my Disney mug collection there. Probably.
I have some on display in my house too, but they're not Disney ones. They're other mugs.
But solid mug, great. Hey, what mugs are you guys using right now? Let us know.
Yeah. And hi, Winter family, saying hi to me specifically, and Piper.
Yes,
what's up, guys.
Oh, and Jackson. Yeah.
And Jackson. I saw him a couple days ago.
Oh, Rebecca says those Evangel mugs are great for Oreos and milk. That is a fact.
I'm not an Oreo and milk person.
You are crazy.
I know. I'm not a milk person in general. So that doesn't make sense.
That would be a hot take right there.
That would be. Yeah.
I will fight you on that one. But is it kind of weird, Chris, that right now Evangel Wichita is commenting on our video?
It is. I don't know how I feel about it. But they're there.
I mean, if
the whole church.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, that's Pastor Mark. He's in the room right now. Yeah, MARC, Pastor Mark, behind the computer. So any comments you see from Evangel Wichita, that's him. So it's not me and you commenting with our minds or anything. And don't think it's Caden.
No, that's not
Caden's working hard right now, so he doesn't have the time to comment, even though he does comment on the online church one a lot, and every once in a while on the YouTube. But
I see him sticking there.
So glad you're here. Make sure you comment your name sometime throughout tonight's show. Let us know you're here. Then that way you can win a prize, be in the drawing for a prize at the end of the show.
Yeah, put your name in.
Still giving out $10 gift cards. It's great.
I tried putting Michael's name in to get him entered, but
hey, I'll take. No, I wouldn't. I would not. So, a couple quick announcements. First of all, this Sunday evening, online game night on Zoom. We'll have the link up on Instagram and Facebook as we always do. Same link, though, that we've been using. So join us Sunday evening for online game night. So much fun. Probably play some Mafia, maybe some Quiplash. It's so good. This last Sunday, we had our family trivia night. Some of you guys were there. Had a blast with that. The Marcello family pulled it out the last question, and they
it was pretty
intense. It's not this Sunday. This is just the graphic for the trivia night.
Yeah.
But this Sunday is the online game night, which is still at the same time, though. So there you go. Cool. All right. And then follow us on Instagram. I just put up the Devo about an hour ago, right before the show.
Yeah, I was finishing my meal.
So check out the Devo for today. We do those about every 2 or every 3 days, all that. And then all of our announcements, everything goes on Instagram. And we try to do Facebook as well, but Instagram is the main place if you're not following us there.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Chris, it's good having you back. Chase did a great job, though.
Chase did really good. I really enjoyed watching Chase. I text him whenever you were talking.
It's really different. It's not easy.
Chase is much taller than me. So
you
got to change your geometry. And
it's not easy being on this side of Remedy Live. Because
it's different.
You're talking in an empty room, all the sound effects that you hear on the TV and music.
Oh, you don't hear any of that.
We don't hear a thing.
None.
The only thing we hear is each other talking.
It sounds like a very bad podcast.
Yeah,
because we keep having visual representations, but it's just us in here.
Yeah, but Caden's the one that makes it happen behind the scenes.
Caden
adds the music and all that. But yeah, so it can be intimidating, sitting here in a dark room staring at lights. But Chase did a great job.
He did. He did a very good job.
Props
good
to
job,
Chase.
Chase.
All right. Well, Chris, since you're back, we have to get into our traditional segment, Top 5s.
Oh, yes.
So Chris and Michael's Top 5. I asked you to come up with Top 5 board games. So tell us your favorite board games. Man, I have so many.
You got purple for me?
Yeah, exactly. Just for so many.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I'm limited to 5, so they all didn't make this.
Well, we also had to have the distinction of a board game.
Board game. Yeah.
Because, you say board game, and some people will say, like, Uno or Dominoes, right? Like,
that's not on a board.
That's not on a board.
It's not a board.
Yeah. So it's not a board game. Or else, I would have said Liar's Dice because I really like that game.
Mm-hmm.
But board games, these all involve an actual board.
There has to be a board
that you unfold and you play on.
Exactly.
Put together. We'll say that.
Okay. And honestly, our lists were pretty similar.
They were. I was very surprised at one of them.
Okay.
That we had the same. All right. So my first one, Sushi Go.
Sushi Go.
Sushi Go. It's a lot of fun. You kind of try to collect different pieces of sushi. So you have different rolls, and then depending on which ones you have and what combinations, you get more points. And you work your way around the board.
Is this a board game though? I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
because I played, I want to say, a card version of it.
There is different versions of it. There is one that
makes sense.
Yeah, the one that I originally played, board game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is.
My nieces from Canada taught me all about Sushi Go because they love sushi, and then there's a game with sushi, so they taught me all about it, then schooled me at it, but it's great.
Yeah. All right, my next one is a game I've only played once.
Okay.
And I played it wrong because I didn't fully read the instructions, but I have a good idea of how the game works now, and I had fun playing it the one time I played it. I bought it a couple weeks ago, but it is called The Forbidden Desert. It's a co-op game.
Okay.
So you're not competing against the other people that you're playing with. You're all working together to beat the game. And so it's a lot of fun. If you ever played Pandemic?
Nope.
Okay. It's made by the same people who made Pandemic. And so a lot of the game mechanics are very similar to Pandemic. It's a good one. I heavily recommend you look it up. It's really
Forbidden Desert.
Yeah, Forbidden Desert.
Okay.
There's one called Forbidden Island, which is pretty much the same game as also.
Okay.
They tend to just reskin the same game over and over. This next one that I probably spent a solid year playing only this game.
Oh, okay.
And it's Risk. I love Risk.
Great game.
It's good. I like any game where you have to negotiate with people and really try to have to talk with them and work things out. It's fun because that's one of the very few times I actually get to practice social engineering, which is a blast. So I thoroughly enjoy it.
So what is your strategy in Risk? If you got to pick where you're starting, that's first strategy. Where are you starting?
I start in South America and Africa.
Okay. I do, Australia, some people start there, but South America is also a place of preference because you get more points than Australia.
Yeah, and then usually I try to get into at least a semi-formal or just spoken treaty with whoever is in North America saying, we will not attack each other unless it's blatantly obvious that you're just leaving the door wide open. Yeah. And so we usually match on those borders, 1-1, and then
I've had treaties with you in those scenarios. Yeah.
Yep. And I'll hold true to it.
Yeah.
Unless you're super weak, then I'm coming in and taking out. Yeah. All right. Next one. Settlers of Catan.
Yes, another good one.
Love this game.
Love
you get to negotiate with people.
Yeah.
I again get to use social engineering techniques. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Such a good game.
So good. So good. Pro tip here, people.
Oh.
If you are in a game, right? A game where you have to talk with people and work with them and maybe even try to get them to do something for you. Here's a couple pro tips here.
Okay.
When your arms are open, right, and your palms are up, people are more receptive to what you have to say. So if you're talking to them and you talk more like this, they will listen and be more receptive to what you want them to do.
Okay.
Whereas if you're closed off, then they won't be as receptive to you.
Okay.
There you go.
How am I doing?
That's great. That's perfect.
Will you trade with me?
Maybe. What are you offering? Those sheep?
I'll give you all my sheep.
I need sheep.
I'll give you all my sheep. Now, what do you go for the longest road? Are you a victory points kind of player? What you going for?
It depends on where I land. Last time I played Settlers of Catan, I got ganged up on at the very beginning.
Uh-huh.
And so I was just kind of out of it from the beginning. And at that point, you can just kind of spearhead somebody and try to screw them over.
Yeah. You got to get on a good, like, outside port to get your 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 trades.
But I mean, if you have like a couple tiles where there's, maybe a 6 and a 6 and 7 and 5 or something like that.
No 7s. That's the robber.
I thought 8 was a robber.
7.
7? Okay. Then sorry. With like the higher rolled ones, it's like an intersection of that. You want that for sure. Get a town set up there. All right,
we can just talk Catan.
Speaking of longest road, my last game, Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride.
Another good one.
Great one. I haven't played it in some time, but I always enjoy playing this game.
You know what I want to know? If you're a homeschooler and you haven't played Ticket to Ride, let me know, because I'm pretty sure every homeschooler knows this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it's become mainstream, but I feel like that's kind of where I heard it from. Was the homeschool community, and now it's a popular thing.
I like Ticket to Ride.
Yeah,
It's good.
I enjoy it. So that's your 5?
That's my 5.
Okay, you're about to have some deja vu on a few of these, because
okay.
My top one, we didn't put any of these in order.
No.
First one I'm going to mention, you mentioned it, Risk.
Love
Haven't played a good game of Risk in a while.
It has been a while since I played a good game of Risk.
But it is great. Just take a couple hours with some buddies, some snacks and stuff.
It depends who you're playing with of how long it's going to take.
Yeah. And then there's always one guy who's like always super annoyed, all that stuff. And then
like one of my friends takes 15 minutes per turn.
Oh, we're not going to call out names, Alex Oakley, but
well, yeah, we all know it's Alex Oakley.
Just throwing that out there. Oh, keep letting us know your favorites. We'll talk about those here in a second. My second one, you mentioned it again, Settlers of Catan.
So good.
What a great game.
So good.
Now, do you have any expansions? Do you like any of the expansions?
Actually,
or do you like the OG?
I actually do not own the game.
Wow.
The only games that I own is 2 copies of Risk and I don't know what to say. 2 copies of Risk and Forbidden Desert.
Oh, okay. Wow. We have a lot of board games, but we don't play them a ton. We'll bust out Catan. We'll bust out Ticket to Ride.
Is Audrey pretty good at those?
Not yet. Not yet. One honorable mention, it's not on my list, but I got to say it, is Monopoly. I like Monopoly, but somebody that I live with doesn't want to play against me.
Oh.
Don't.
I learned something about Monopoly.
What?
That you can – I didn't – so I had never – okay, so you can make a housing shortage. So if you buy a bunch of houses and never upgrade them to hotels and there's no more houses left to buy, then other players cannot buy the houses.
So you just keep that like 4 houses on all your
yeah.
That's a strategy right there.
It is. I didn't know it was a real strategy until I was playing with a group of my friends, and a specific person was very unhappy that there was no houses left.
All right, here's my third one, and this is one that when people come over to our house and we're playing a game, this is a common game we play, and it's one you probably haven't heard of. It's called Concept.
I have not heard of this game.
This is a great game. In fact, like we've played at high school guys' life groups multiple times, and it's been so well accepted that CATAN went home, told his family about it, and now the CATAN family owns this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a great game. You draw a card, and it has all kinds of random things, whether it's a person, a movie title, all this.
Yeah.
So say you got like a movie title like, Lord of the Rings. So that's on your card.
Fantastic.
You have this board
Yes.
with a bunch of pictures and different things that you use to describe the item. So if it's Lord of the Rings, then you have a bunch of different icons. The primary icon I would put on a movie because that's an option. So a movie or a film. Then a secondary icon, if I want to describe the title, I would put on the title. And then I would use those same colors to try to hint at Lord of the Rings.
So it's like
jewelry, religion, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's like category, but like not categories. What's more charades? But you have to. But it's like on a board.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're putting all these things down, and you just wait until they guess it. They could guess as many times as they want. It's a great game. Concept is so good. Thank you, Henry. I saw that shout out. All right, next one, going classic here. Game of Life. Love the Game of Life. I used to have it on the PlayStation back in the day. Play it all the time. And then I have a special collector's edition of it at home. Don't play it much, but it's still a great game. So there really is no skill to it.
No, it's been a while since I played
Yeah,
live. But.
yeah. And then the last one you mentioned as well, Ticket to Ride. That's just a laid back game.
I would say laid back.
Have you got competitive with it? Because
yes, I absolutely.
Are you cutting people off? Are you that guy?
I'm sorry, I didn't show up to play the game to lose. Okay, I showed up to win.
It depends who you're playing with, but it's just a good game.
I'll be straight up cutthroat. I don't care.
All right, hey, let us know some of your favorites right now. We're gonna check them out, read through them. Let's see.
I saw Monopoly on there from Piper, I believe is who it was.
Yeah. Oh, Sydney says, I also love
Caleb.
Monopoly Kids Edition, so I can become president of all chains.
Oh. What is happening?
I don't know, but it's Monopoly Kids Edition.
Monopoly is the only game where I love being in
out.
jail. You can't move.
Yep. Oh, Isabel says, probably about Ticket to Ride. It's all fun and games until somebody takes your route when you're close to finishing the game. That's so true.
Yeah, I'm not going to let somebody win.
That's so true. Like, you have it all planned out,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just trying to get those cards. Clue, Kaylee Schwartz, I see that.
Oh man. Okay, so I got a strong my group of friends and I got a strong kick on Clue. And seriously, it was always Colonel Mustard to the point where we just wouldn't guess anybody else. Like we weren't even 100% sure it was him.
Yeah.
But we would just purely guess him, and we were 9 times out of 10 correct. It was insane how much it was always him.
I see Roman Cube. Rebecca likes that. Let's see. Game of Life. I got some shout outs there.
Oh, Risk. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Risk is great.
Candyland. Guess who? Rebecca's going old school.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kaylee says she hasn't played Ticket to Ride. There we go. A homeschooler who hasn't played Ticket to Ride. I stand corrected.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize to the whole homeschool community. Monopoly is good, but it takes forever. Piper.
Yeah, I played a game called Amazing Labyrinth a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fun game.
Okay.
A lot of thinking. You really got to think a lot.
Man, I just want to go home and play some board games. That's something that has been missing from this quarantine time.
It's board games.
It's board games.
Yeah.
We have them, but it's like we just haven't done because, other things come up. And we have phones now and books. Rebecca and I are actually reading books. And so
I'm reading a book as well.
Yeah, books are good.
I actually have like a list, like a backlog. That's called a backlog of 4 books right now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, Rebecca, let's play some games sometime this week. After Audrey goes to bed, she goes to bed at 8:00. Got some board game playing time.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That'll be good. Cool. Any other games?
Not that I see on there.
Nope. Cool. All right. Well, Chris, since you're back, I know while you were at home, you were probably sitting on your couch.
I was sitting
yelling at the screen,
eating my burger
for all these things that Chase and I were talking about.
I talked to my screen a lot.
And so I wanted to give you an outlet to share your feelings on topics that may or may not have been covered. So we have a special Crisbie edition of hot takes this evening.
Oh, okay. Here
Crisbie's hot takes. Controversial statements that Chris is about to make.
I feel this is going to rustle some feathers.
Oh, man. And then maybe when we're done, because there's only 8 of them, you can share some of yours that you guys have at home. Controversial statements, maybe. Okay, here we go. Go for it.
What's the first? What is it? Oh, Subway? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I do not like Subway at all. It's not – I always leave the meal at Subway disappointed. I feel like I could have gotten way more out of it. The bread's always like 90% air. There's like 2 pieces of meat on there. Not good. Don't like it at all.
I love Subway.
It's gross.
Subway's great. And especially, I mean, I know Jimmy John's has this, but the Subway in Maze has a drive-through. Like, that shouldn't blow my mind, but it does.
Jimmy John's is way superior.
See, Jimmy
Mr.
John's.
Good Sense, way superior.
Oh, Good Sense. Okay, yes. Good Sense wins.
Quiznos, superior.
But, like, there's not any Quiznos on our side of town.
Quick Trip, superior.
Whoa. You're going crazy. Well, superior than Subway. You're saying.
Yes.
You think everything's better than Subway.
Yes, because I do not like Subway.
See, Jimmy John's is good, but sometimes Jimmy John's misses.
Sounds like I'm going to the wrong Subway, Piper. Piper, all Subways suck.
Which Subway have you gone to?
The last Subway I've gone to?
Yes.
It's probably been about 10 to 15 years since I've been to Subway.
Okay, Chris.
Because it was just bad.
All right. I'm going to challenge you right now in front of everyone.
Yeah.
This week, I want you to go to Subway and document it on the Remedy Instagram page. I want you to put it like you're driving up, you're ordering all that stuff. Like, we want to see what you get because we'll also judge you on your order.
Or put in the chat what I should order.
Okay.
Usually, so my order at Mr. Goodsense is a penny club with pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
And then at Jimmy John's, what I ate earlier, is the number 11 Country Club, no tomato.
That Country Club is good.
Yeah,
He's had Jimmy John's 2 days in a row.
It's so good. I love Jimmy John's.
Maybe 3. I don't know. I've only seen him yesterday and today.
It's only 2 days.
Okay. Just checking. But no, Chris, I want to see you go to Subway and like on the Instagram page and then film your reaction as you eat it.
I'll do it. But
don't go into it with preconceived notions. I know you have 15 years of aggression built up against Subway. And like, go to a good Subway.
I assume all Subways are the same. But
don't go to a shady looking Subway or anything. Like,
okay, I'll find.
All right.
Tell me what to order and what Subway to go to.
Yeah, tell them what to order. Ooh, people are shouting out Firehouse subs. Firehouse can be a hit and miss.
Not a fan.
And it's super pricey.
Not a fan of Firehouse.
No.
I'd choose it over Subway.
I mean, if somebody was like, "Hey, man, let's go to Firehouse," I'd be like, "Okay, cool."
But Jimmy
I'll
John's
go
and
with
Mr.
you.
Goodsense is better than that. So.
Yeah, I do love Good Sense.
Good Sense is great.
There's one by your work.
There is.
There's not one close to my work.
It's very tempting for me to go every day.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is by my work.
It is. Yeah.
My work being this building right here. Okay.
What's the next one?
Your next statement. Go.
The Office and Parks and Rec. What's
your hot take on this one?
My hot take is I don't like them. I don't think they're entertaining. I don't find them funny at all. You'll get a sensible chuckle out of me, but I just feel like they're completely overrated and not very good.
Wow.
But I also have been called. Now this is may give more context. I have been called a TV show hipster because I refuse to watch anything that's on a major cable network or prime time.
Wow.
Because I know I will just not like it.
Those are the free channels though.
I know. Because I've had people be like, you need to watch this, and then I'll be like, and I try to be kind, but I'm gonna say no because I know I will not like it.
Isabel says, Chris, who hurt you?
I just don't find them entertaining. There's a way funnier shows out there.
I feel like Caden's about to jump over the sound booth right now.
Yeah, probably.
And yell about Parks and
Rec.
Rec.
If there wasn't a light right in my way, I would be able to see.
We've talked about having a Caden cam.
We need a Caden cam.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, but Henry says, I definitely agree, Chris.
Thank you, Henry.
So.
Thank you.
All right. Your next one.
Oh, Little Caesars?
Little
like
Caesars.
Pizza?
Now, most people would say they don't like Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Like that they would prefer the Papa or
which is fair.
Any of those.
Yeah.
But what is your statement?
Love it. Absolutely love Little Caesars.
Love?
Oh yeah. If I was given a choice to go get pizza here in Wichita, I'm either going to Cheesy's or Little Caesars.
Cheesy's is great.
Yeah. If I'm in Manhattan, pizza shuttle all day. But yes, Little Caesars is great. Which most people don't know this. I spent probably about 4 to 5 years and did not eat pizza.
Wow.
Yeah, I went about 4 or 5 years and did not eat any. My mom can testify to this if she's in this chat with my brother Jackson. But my mom had pizza every single week, even when she was pregnant with me, as I grew up. Every single week for at least 16 years. I was sick and tired of it. So I refused to eat pizza.
I'm just more blown away. You're the only person I know who would say that they love Little Caesars. Like, I mean, maybe is there anyone out there that would say they love Little Caesars?
Little Caesars is great.
Little Caesars.
I love cheap pizza.
Little Caesars is fine. It's fine. It's okay. Especially for youth ministry, $5 pizzas, okay. They're crazy bread. Bless the Lord.
Oh,
yes.
Gosh, so good. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Little Caesars is fine. I'll eat it, every once in a while. But you're saying you love it.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my top twos.
Wow.
Can't stand Picasso's. Don't even get me started on that.
I love Picasso's.
Can't stand it.
You were yelling at us the other day.
Because Picasso's, it's like I'm eating a saltine with cheese and pepperoni on top. Like it's so thin. And it's like, oh, it's a huge slice. But look how thin it is. Like I'm not getting any value. All right, let's go to the next.
When's the last time you went to Picasso's?
It was literally like 3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fairly
Don't
recent.
like Picasso's.
Okay, next one. Star Wars episodes 7 through 9. Chris, you're a Star Wars fan.
People laughing over.
You're a Star Wars fan, Chris. What?
Yeah.
What? 7 through 9. What's going on?
Hot garbage. They're
What?
they are so bad. Like everything I like about Star Wars, those movies just kind of crumbled up into a ball and then just threw it away.
So, are you
Threw it
saying
into the trash compactor from episode?
you would put 1,
4,
2, and
5?
3?
Yeah.
You would put 1, 2, and 3 ahead of 7, 8.
Oh, 100% all day. Those movies, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the difference here. I cried in episode 3. Okay? I cried in episode 3 when Anakin turned. I almost cried in episode 8 because it was so bad and I was so hurt. I openly laughed out loud in episode 9 in the theater. Like a certain thing happened and I laughed out loud. And then I almost felt bad, but I was like, no, they brought this upon themselves.
Caden 10,000% agrees.
Yeah, they're bad.
With your statement here.
They're bad.
Wow.
Henry, are you telling me you like those movies?
No,
our ministry's not
I think Henry's saying delete the new ones from.
Oh yeah,
his
get rid of
memory.
them. Yeah,
I think that's what he's saying.
They're bad.
It's like Isabel says 7 through 9 hurt her heart, but in a different way.
What do you mean, like in a different way?
Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I don't know.
Yeah, she died of sadness. That was pretty dumb. But
all right, next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one here.
Neck buds. Chris, what is a neck bud?
Oh my gosh, these things are so dumb. They're like those like neck things. It's like a ring, like a horseshoe that goes around your neck. You have 2 little earbuds that come out and plug into your ears.
Okay.
Can't stand them. They drive me insane.
Why?
Because they look terrible. I don't understand the purpose of them. Like, why can't you just wear normal earbuds? What's wrong? Like, why?
Like,
the only benefit I can see is the battery life is better. Like, it's longer. How long are you listening to your earbuds to where you need over 20 hours of battery life?
I have been confused by, I guess, the called neck buds. It's like a horseshoe around your neck and then the strings that go.
Yeah, they're gross. Can't stand them.
I won't buy them, but wow, bold statements here.
Yeah, they're gross.
I mean, a lot of people say they look dumb. Not a fan of the look.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
They look bad.
It's okay. Next one.
I feel like this is getting really intense here.
Speakerphone.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand speakerphone. Oh, speakerphone. I think speakerphone is so misused today. Speakerphone, I like to not jokingly, but like seriously say, speakerphone is used for reality TV and annoying people in public. Because why do people just walk through the store on speakerphone? You're in a public space. I don't need to hear your whole conversation. And then don't even get me started. People that drive and they'll be driving and they'll have speakerphone and hold their phone. You're defeating the purpose of speakerphone. It's supposed to be hands-free. Oh, I could go all day about speakerphone.
Wow.
Wow. Gross.
All right.
Yes, there you go, Piper. Only use it as a last resort, which is never.
Wow.
It should just be disabled from all phones.
How many more do we have?
Is that
2 more? 2 more. Okay,
oh,
2 more.
I'm getting hot.
Regional fans. So this is basing their fandom on teams that they live close to.
Oh, this drives me insane. Oh my gosh. There's like the people that are like, what do you mean you're not going to cheer for KU? They're from Kansas. Yeah, I don't care. You know what? Both Oklahoma State and OU's campuses are closer to Wichita than KU's campuses. Plus the people are like, you're not going to cheer for the Chiefs? They're a Kansas team. Oh, interesting. I thought they were in Missouri because that's where the stadium is. So I still understand it at all. The only argument that makes sense to me is Wichita State. But it's like, I mean, I don't like if you're in Wichita, I guarantee you see more out of city fans than you do Wichita State fans. So it's like, are they even here? They could not even be here and you wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I got for you right there.
Yeah. So many questions and yet no questions.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Why would I be tied to the school just because they're in the same state as me?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, you don't see me walking around all Pitt State. Woo! Pitt State. Oh my gosh. Fort Hays State. Let's go.
Go Newman.
Yeah, go Newman. It was like you don't see these people doing that, but yet the argument they're making would mean they would have to cheer for those schools. So.
All right, hey, props to Piper and Kaylee. They're saying go Huskers. You know, they live in Kansas and are rooting for Nebraska.
I get rid of the Big Ten. Just flush the Big Ten.
But props to that's not being regional fans.
No,
that's
just poor decision making.
They don't play Mizzou anymore, so hey, go Huskers. That's fine.
There's some go Pokes in there.
Anybody but KU.
I'm a fan of the mullet, old Coach Gundy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a man.
He is.
He's 50.
He's 50 now. Yeah.
All right, last one.
Europe. Just the whole continent, or what?
I think you said traveling to Europe.
Oh yeah. Okay. I really like my desire level to ever travel to Europe is pretty low. I don't have much desire to ever go to Europe, and that really ruffles some people's feathers because they're like, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? And I'm usually like, I'd probably go to one of the Eastern Asian countries because I really like their architecture and stuff. And they're like, whoa, France is a place, right? Yes, I understand. Okay, I don't have much desire to go to Europe. Now, yes, there's some cool places I would like to see in Europe, like the old course at St. Andrews of golf.
Okay.
Maybe a couple World War I places in France, but aside from that, not much desire ever to go to Europe.
Wow.
I've my whole life thought going to Europe and be content.
See, I feel like Europe's a easy out of country vacation. Like, so I've been to Europe twice. One time was for a whole month, and then the other time was just for a week.
Yeah.
And like Europe, to put it like simply for Americans, it's like a really old America. Like, you go there, you see these awesome old buildings.
Can't I just go?
Actually,
to
no.
Can I just go to like Virginia for that?
I've been to Europe 3 times. Wow. But I mean, like you could go to Virginia or Boston or something. You see buildings from like the 1700s. It's like, whoa. Yeah. But then you go to Europe. It's like this building's from 500.
Or, okay, what? But if you're going to make that argument though, why don't I just go to Asia where there's still remnants of Capernaum, right? Where Peter lived, where that was from before Christ.
I'll be straight up honest and say it's easier in Europe because more people speak English. Like you don't have to try to translate symbols. Like I'm not saying it's better because people speak English. I'm just saying it's an easier vacation. That's why I said it's an easier trip. I like Europe.
Why not Australia?
I like Australia. I'll go there.
Over Europe? Or New Zealand?
I don't know.
Or a lot of people under 40-ish in Japan and South Korea speak fluent English. So,
hey, one of my goal vacations though is to go to the Disney parks in Asia. So
yeah, we have talked about that.
Yeah. I have a huge respect for the Asia countries because of the Disney parks mainly.
I like their architecture better. I think their architecture's cooler.
They have like crazy history over there.
They do, so. And like especially like in Hong Kong, since it was a British colony, they do have some like European architecture in there. But then they also have the newer style stuff, which. I didn't know. My first major was structural engineering.
I'll go anywhere. I'm just surprised you have such a bold stance against traveling to Europe.
I'm not against going to Europe. Like I'll go to Europe. Like if like I'm going like a group of friends like let's go on vacation to some foreign place, right? I'm not going to be one to throw out Europe, but I'm not going to not go because we're going to Europe.
You're not suggesting Europe.
No, I'm not suggesting it.
You'll tag along.
And I'm not voting for it.
Okay.
Because I think there's cooler places to go.
All right.
I feel like Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes.
I bet most of you don't know Andy Rooney. No. Caden said he'd go to South Korea. I would go to South Korea with you, Chris, because you are the Korea expert.
Oh, man. I would totally.
And you speak a little bit of the Korean.
I used to know conversational, but I'm not as up on it. I can tell you if someone's being very polite when they talk. And I remember a couple words, but not too much anymore. But then again, most people speak English. So
yeah.
I'll totally go to South Korea. South Korea, Hong Kong when it's not insane, Singapore, a couple cool places. Tokyo, I'd like to go to. Osaka.
My list is Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong. Why those 3, Chris?
Because that's where Disney is.
Exactly. All right.
There's a fake Disneyland in Seoul.
Yeah.
Knock off Disneyland.
Yep. Not the real deal.
No.
All right, cool. Hey, we're wrapping up the book of James today.
Oh,
It's going to be good. And then it's not a long one, so don't go too far, Chris.
okay.
We're wrapping it up.
I'll sit on the futon.
And then next week, I'm hoping we got a special surprise.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
yes.
Yep.
Took you a while.
Yep.
I was like,
I'm
you
getting
know
there.
that, you
I'm
know.
getting there. I was there for that conversation.
Yep. All right. All right. Cool. So like I said, we're wrapping up our 5-week conversation about the book of James today. Now, while we've taken a chapter a week, there is so much more to this incredible book that we haven't even scratched the surface of. Like, it's so hard to preach just 5 weeks through James because each chapter has like 3 or 4 powerful things to hit, and we just did like one thing each chapter. So take some time. I know you have some extra time. Go ahead and read through the book of James on your own. And remember, as we jump into this, that the author James is writing to people in the church, just like you and me, who say that they're Christians. I would hope that all of us are saying that we're Christians, but like many Christians today, many of them are saying one thing, but then acting like everyone else. So far, just a quick review, James has spent the previous 4 chapters challenging us on some pretty hard topics. I mean, chapter 1, he talked about pushing through and enduring pain. Chapter 2, he talked about how our actions and our words have to back up our faith. Chapter 3, he said that the tongue is a powerful weapon that you can either tear down or build people up. And then chapter 4, last week, we talked about friendship with the world versus friendship with God and how they're opposite paths, opposite directions. But chapter 5 wraps it all up as James' final words of his letter to the believers. And there's so many good things, like I said, all throughout the book, but especially in chapter 5, so many good things that I want you to read for yourself. But tonight, we're just going to hit one verse. And I want us to focus on just one verse, and that's verse 13. So James chapter 5. Are any of you suffering hardships? You should pray. Are any of you happy? And that's all we're going to cover right now. And you may, why would you pick that? Are any of you suffering hardships? You should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises. But here, James tells believers that we need to acknowledge God no matter the circumstance. Now, what does this mean? It means this, that if you're having a rough day, pray. If you're having a great day, praise. In every situation, in every circumstance, in the best moments and in the worst moments, bring that moment to God. We often treat God as a last resort when things are bad and we can't figure out how to solve the problem on our own. Then we're like, okay, I guess I'll go to God in prayer. Or when things are good, we don't even think to thank God because we think that we deserve whatever happened or that we earned it. We worked hard for this blessing. We did it. And we don't even think about thanking him. But I believe that it's a sign of spiritual maturity when you condition yourself to make God your first reaction. Not just praying when things are bad, but also praising him in celebration when things are good. And when you do that, it reveals that God is truly at the center of your life. Proverbs 3 tells us to acknowledge God in all of our ways, just like what James is saying. In all of our ways, acknowledge him. And scripture tells us that he will make our path straight. God is wanting to be involved in every single part of our lives, the good and the bad, the happy and the not so happy moments. When you acknowledge him by coming to him in prayer or by praising him or just coming to him each day to spend time with him, you're telling him that he is welcome in your life and that you want him to be the center of it all. But there's one more thing I want you to notice about verse 13. Listen to it again. Are any of you suffering hardships? You should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises. James is asking, is there any one of you going through a rough patch? If so, his answer is,
you should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises. Remember, James is writing this letter to the church as a whole. So I believe that when he's saying that you should pray or you should sing praises, he's not just talking to that individual. He's talking to the church body. When someone is going through hard times, then the church should be the ones lifting them up, surrounding them, encouraging them, praying for them. When someone is happy, we should be celebrating with them. We should be praising God with them. Think about our church's lobby when you're walking in on Wednesdays or Sundays. If you can't think clearly, you'll see it here in a few weeks or so, which we'll announce next week, all the details, so make sure you're tuning in. But we have these red signs on the wall. Whenever you come in, you'll see them on either side of the sanctuary, and they have our core values. Like I said, if you haven't noticed, you'll notice next time. One of our core values at Evangel, and so it's also core value in our youth ministry, is you are not meant to do life alone. In Remedy, you are part of a family that you can be honest with. They'll be next to you when you're hurting, or we'll be celebrating with you when things are going great. Now, I know we're not perfect, and I know we'll never be because we're made up of a bunch of imperfect people, but our goal is not only that you find these relationships that you need so you don't have to walk through life alone, but also that you can be a friend, the friend that somebody needs as well. James says, are any of you hurting? You all should be praying for them. Are any of you happy? You all should be celebrating with them. And I know that's so much easier when we're back here in person, that we can, celebrate and pray with each other. But even now, can you prepare your heart, prepare your mind to get back into this community that God has blessed us with? God has placed you in our youth ministry and in our church for a reason. God is surrounding you with these students and leaders for a reason, so that you don't have to go through stuff alone, so we can walk through it together. I believe our youth ministry is an incredible gift from God. So keep God at the center of it all, and then open yourself up to this community that God has given you. Let's pray together. Father, we thank you. God, thank you for our youth ministry that you have blessed us with, and God, how you're moving in our youth ministry and in our church. God, you are so awesome and so faithful. And God, while we're so excited to be together in the future, God, I pray that even now that you would touch our hearts and lead us and guide us by your Spirit to be the community that you've called us to be. And God, I pray for each one of us as individuals that we would keep you at the center of it all, that in our hardships and in our times of celebration, God, that we would come to you and keep you at the center of our life. So God, thank you. We love you and we thank you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Awesome.
I was digging through the comments here. And,
Yeah. What do you see?
I mean, I feel like most people, say I'm right, which is the right answers.
On everything?
I'm really confused of what.
Honestly, I really want some Subway or Jimmy John's or something right now. Like,
I'm not looking forward to
Rebecca, if you're cool with me bringing like Jimmy John's or something home, let me know.
Jimmy John's, Rebecca.
Like, no pressure. But Chris, I'm excited about your Remedy Instagram Subway trip. Man, this is going to be exciting.
It's going to be interesting for sure. For
sure.
It's going to be very interesting. Mm-hmm. I saw, I'm really curious of what, oh my gosh, Jenna and Avery are here.
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome.
So I'm really curious of, I don't know if it's Isabel or not, of how those Star Wars movies hurt your heart in a different way. I'm really curious about that, because there's only one way those movies can hurt your heart, and that's not the good way.
I don't know. She may have to. I'm going to let us know. We'll see. Oh,
hopefully by the end.
Yeah. Also, I saw a quick question about camp. Yeah, and Evangel Wichita responded quicker than I am.
Oh dang! Yeah,
we'll talk. We'll have the details for camp and for our return next week.
Oh, sweet.
And so next week's going to be a good one. Plus, hopefully, our surprise.
Yes,
that we have.
hopefully.
So, it's going to be good. Oh, okay. Isabel said, because they didn't live up to the Star Wars and George Lucas legacy.
Thank you.
Is that an acceptable answer for
Oh,
you,
that's
Chris?
a perfect answer.
Okay. All right. So here we go. All your names, if you've commented your name throughout the show, have been thrown in. Make sure we saw Aubrey here. Oh, man, I need to make sure, like, let's see. Crunchy Ramen is Aubrey.
Is Aubrey, yeah.
Crunchy Weave
Is
is
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yep.
So, man, I need to know that. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. So all your names have been put in, and we're going to randomly draw out who will get a $10 gift card today.
Caden.
His name.
Did he put himself in there?
He won't.
Oh, he's saying no.
He won't.
Dang it. All right,
I
never
think
mind.
he should be in there.
I think he should.
Caden will not let his name. Can I, like, if you didn't know, Caden is so honest about who gets picked. He literally
Extra
does this.
steps.
Pretend like the button to press is here, and you can see who's about to pop up. It randomly picks someone. He covers it up for whatever reason to, like, make sure there's no question, and he'll click randomize. And so he does. He only sees the name when it pops up on the screen.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy Caden Cawthon is.
Yeah.
For that, he should win a $10 gift card,
I
but
think
he
so
took
as
his
well.
name out. So,
I'm going to go with Julia.
all right, let's find out who is going to win our $10 gift card today. Jenna! All right.
Syllable, right?
Jenna, awesome. I will get in touch with you. We'll get you a $10 gift card. Congratulations. Hey, where would you spend a $10 gift card to? Where would you want it to?
Oh, man. Definitely not Subway. I don't know. I'd want just like a Grubhub one or something like that.
Yeah. Grubhub's been a popular one.
I just finally used part of it.
Uh-huh.
The one that I went on that one game night.
Yeah.
Got some wings. They're pretty delicious.
Nice. Cool. Well, like we said, next week we'll have all the details on when we're coming back, what we're doing for camp, all that stuff. We're announcing it next week. We may even have the Pastor Mark Cawthon on. He's not the surprise,
Oh,
but if we
surprise
can,
me.
if we can pay his fees, we'll get him on the show. I mean, he's big time with his Jordan shoe vaults.
He is.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can pull him away from that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not playing games with Caden.
True.
Mhm.
True. So next week we'll have all the details about the return, about camp, all that. It's going to be good. So we love you guys. Sunday evening, online game night. Make sure you join
Yeah, be
us.
there.
It's on Zoom. We'll have all the links on Facebook and Instagram. And we just have fun. Play some Mafia, play some Quiplash. It'll be good. Chris, make sure you go to Subway this week. We're all going to be watching.
You
So
want like lunch or dinner? I'd probably have to be like dinner.
it's up to you.
I may do it tomorrow because I'm staying late at work tomorrow.
Okay, it's up to you. I mean, you have a whole YouTube world holding you accountable now.
I'll do it.
All right. Cool. It's going to be great. So we love you guys. You're awesome. Audrey, go to bed. And we'll see you guys Sunday evening.